We are all set to go for this fantastic sprint race to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Grand Prix of Hungary. The sprint race is about to get underway. Qualifying yesterday was absolutely dramatic. A difference of when you go out with track not being fully up to temperature just yet. From overnight rain on Thursday meant that the ground was just gripping up completely. It was a difference of opinion. Pole position eventually going to the championship leader of Rafael Kamara. But for today's sprint race, Tanasopolit Prubizak is on pole position, the man who won here last year. And we are all set to get going here at round 9 of the 2025 FIA Formula 3 Championship. The Hungaroring has been on the calendar consistently since 1986, and it is now possibly championship decider for Formula 3. It is a 2.738 mile circuit, 14 turns in total. 2 DRS zones will be ahead of us today. 14 turns is going to be quite long for the medium compound tyre to try and last. And the pole position time has already been changed going forward as well. It was a 1:33.935. The new car has already blown it away. It's a high downforce level circuit, brake wear and tyre use is quite high, but fuel consumption is low. Well, alongside me in the commentary box at the present moment is Omi. Tom Gans is on his way as well into the booth as we look down at the starting grid. Well, Omi, this is going to be a possible championship decider. Tanasopolit Prubizak on pole position, but we've got a fantastic one here. Let's see what can happen.
Yep, let's see what can happen. It's going to be a very interesting Formula 3 sprint race. GST starting from 4th position. Let's see what he can do. Williams backed, of course, is GST, but it's Headley from the front row who will be trying to challenge and trying to go on the attack. Looking forward to seeing what the AIX driver is going to be able to do.
Let's take a look then at the starting grid for this one, and for that I will hand back to Amy.
Brilliant. Okay, let's run you through this grid indeed then. We're going to do so from back to front. Marin Angeli is next to Nikita Johnson, who is going to be starting another Formula 3 round, and he'll do so from 29th place on the grid. Louis Sharp is in 28th, and then it's Christian Ho. The Singaporean driver was given a 3-place penalty, so he starts 3 places further back for both races this weekend. Roisin is next to Spain's Bruno Del Pino, and then it is an all-damned Lucas Oil row with Nicola Lacorte behind his teammate Zagazeta, and then it's Dominguez next to Nikola Solov, seeing a chance of a title possibly fade away with every meter this F3 Championship runs. Stenshorn is alongside Lawrence Van Hoopen, the ART driver still trying to catch some form this season. And then we have Roman Belinsky next to Tim Traminitz. Let's see what the Red Bull Junior is going to be able to do from 17th on the grid. And then it's Brad Benavides, our pole sitter, of course, from last weekend's race. He didn't get to sit there. Let's see what he can do as he tries to bounce back from 16th. And then it's Santiago Ramos alongside. Noah Stromstead is in 14th. He's had a couple of second places this year. And he is next to Noah Leon. Rafa Kamara in 12th. He is reversed down to 12th. Today will be on pole tomorrow. Alongside Kamara, it's going to be Mari Boyer. and then Tuka Tappinen and Gerard Shi share the next row of the grid. Teofil Nall is in 8th, Charlie Wirtz is in P7, and then in 6th position is Ugo Gachiku, Brandon Badoa is in 5th, and then our top 2 rows on the grid are going to see GSD next to James Wharton, and our front row will be shared by the 2 contenders of James Headley and Tasanapolen Privazak, as they both try and go on the attack, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to do.
Tension starting to rise here as well as we get ready for the formation lap to get underway. Watch out for those light procedures as we will head off on the formation lap around the Hungaroring. Watch out for Brandon Badoa, who's followed in with Tasanapolen Privazak's livery of ditching the McLaren orange. Seemed to work for him, one of his better qualifyings of the season. Grid now begins to pull down towards turn number 1. The brand new pit paddock complex and fan arena looking absolutely splendid as they all line up then. Let's take a listen as to what the top 3 on the grid are thinking coming into today's session, as James Wharton, the number 9, starts in 3rd. Let's hear then the top 3 of Wharton, Headley and Privazak. In P3, we start with.
It's going to be a long race, a lot of deg. We're not sure how these mediums will hold up around this track, so it's going to be a bit of a guessing game. At the start of the race to how much you can push, but at the end of the race, the person that is pushing the less will probably come out on top.
Just one person to go through, so yeah, I mean, he's a guy that's had my engine here last year and also got a podium here last year, so he's got some experience. But I don't know, you just got to play it. I'll be happy to stay where I am and just get some good points for the team.
Yeah, I think it's a track that's really hard to overtake, so I think I'm in a very good position. Started in the 2nd row last year in the sprint as well, so I have a bit of experience of what's going to happen. Yeah, just going to try to get a good start off the line and see how it goes after.
Yeah, try and get a good start off the line. It is a 19-lap race ahead of us, just as a fair warning. It's going to be, I think, quite an interesting run only down towards the 1st corner. What are you expecting we're going to see?
Oh, I think we definitely could be seeing Headley head backwards a little bit. He's got pace, but the situation is he's not been in this specific position quite a few times. Privazak won earlier this year, by the way, so he took the sprint in Silverstone. So he has won in Formula 3. He took his first win earlier this year, and he'll be looking to get a 2nd win as well. But he was on the podium. He got 2nd place 1 year ago to his teammate Nikita Bedrin, who was the winner. So AIX have the chance to win 2 years in a row. Bedrin last year, and this year with James Headley. But it's going to be quite special if Headley can get to the top step. But judging by his interview, JB, he was of course talking more about that he's just going to try and get the solid points because he knows that possibly the win chance might not be there today.
Yeah, we've got a chance as well tomorrow. That horrible rain coming in that everyone's a bit frightened of. So we'll see if that will play a factor. Touring Cars starts shortly as well on JB Motorsports. You can follow that throughout the weekend. Not sure if I might have to start. I don't know where JT is going to be around. He's had a late night following other sports as well.
Very late night. He messaged me at 5:23 this morning as well, saying that he's hopefully I'm alive in about 3.5 hours. But yeah, he's put in some messages for you, which you can check after as well. Or you can check now, because the cars, there's 30 of them that line up on the grid. So they take their time here in the FIA Formula 3 Championship. But Privazak going for win once again. Headley will be looking to try score solid points, as you mentioned. And then it'll be Wharton in 3rd position. Just keep an eye on him, the ART driver, looking to go on the attack. GSD's not had the best starts this season, so it's going to be very fascinating to see how he's going to do. He'll be lining up from 4th. The slipstream down towards turn 1 can be incredibly powerful, so there could be plenty of contenders by the time you get on the brakes. And then we're also going to see Stenchel, and he's the only driver with the papaya colours now, because of course, the Premers switching over to the carbon livery, and they're all lining up on the grid, JB, so we're about to get the F3 sprint underway.
perfect that he's actually awake. He can start the touring cars, go back to sleep again. I forgot, it's Croft. They're not allowed to play music. We can just leave it running all day, which solves tomorrow's problem as well. Here we go then. Green flag at the back. Round 9 of the FIA Formula 3 Championship is about to get underway with its sprint race, having 5 lights. Lights out. We're underway for the sprint down towards Turn 1. Into Primozac, cuts off Headley down towards the first corner. And now look behind Brandon Madoa. He's going to try and just keep the outside split steam. Can he keep it going? Yes, he can. Look at Ugo Gachuru doing exactly the same as his teammate down towards turn number 1, but can't get through. There's a little bit of bodywork contact mid-pack. 3 cars going off wide. It's one of the Campos is, I think, as well, and one of the high-techs. They can just touch the grass. Coming down to the braking zone. Charlie Vert's in the middle of the screen as well, having a little bit of problem. He's sliding around further back. Gets the car to control as they come down towards turn 3. Ugo Gachuru is still in 7th position as well, but Madoa in 4th. Storming start, both of them using everything to the advantage with the 2 McLaren back drivers up to turn 4. They've all avoided contact this time by a few more for grass, but Tenacity and Primozac leads as we look further back as Ugo Gachuru trying to pass Charlie Vert towards the chicane. They're still by side as well as they come down to the braking zone, Omi.
Almost clean at the start. Will they continue that as there's going to be cars off the road as well? Solov is in the middle pack just trying to avoid that at the moment as we do battling into Primozac's under pressure for the lead.
And Wharton's going up the inside of Headley. That's not an overtaking spot. If we can hold him around the outside, I'll be very, very impressed. Yellow flags around 3 cars I think I saw in the gravel. I think could be Christian Ho. Nicola Mariangeli and Nikita Johnson have dropped back down the order as well. We'll keep an eye on that. As off the track, I was just praising him, has gone. Unfortunately, that, and more off the track and into the barrier as well. Gusti's out of the race as well, as we saw Ugo Gachuru go wide and the safety car's out, Omi.
Well, 30 cars made it into turn 1, they all made the exit, but when we got into the middle sector, it was all chaos. As well, the safety car will be deployed. I don't think they'll have the safety car at this time because of course the safety car is still going to be coming out, so they'll make their way down into turn number 1. That was dramatic start. Lawrence Van Hoopen's gone into the pit lane, and disappointed and dejected the MP Motorsport driver GST, who found his way all the way right to the wall. Ugo Gachuru was off a few meters before as well, but he was able to continue. Well, yeah, they all made it through. 30 cars made it work, and then, well, as soon as we got down into turn 7, 8, 9, it was all chaos from there.
Dominguez into the pit lane as well. Van Hopen in the pits. As we know, Goosey's out of the race, so Van Hopen, who had such a strong qualifying yesterday, now does not have the best start to the sprint race he wanted. Tenacity and Primozac just got wide coming through sector 2 as he has to lift off, because coming with another broken front wing is Dominguez as well. What a tricky start that we've just had to manage to come into this.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Into Primozac. Got a good start, but then he was able to even defend into turn 1, but ever since then, he was under pressure for the whole lap.
Man, that guy moved last second on the curve when I was on the braking, man.
I presume Van Hopen?
Yeah, could be. Replays are going to be interesting. We're going to have a lot to learn from them with how chaotic that start got. As well, Brad Benavides currently running in 13th, so he's gained a couple of positions. Okay, let's finally go back to the race start. So Inter Primozac's going to be able to cut across, and then we usually get the slipstreaming here in Budapest, and that's exactly what we see. Brandon Badura is trying also to pull alongside, and then you have GST in the blue who's trying to go on the attack. We get into turn 1. They all manage to make it work. There's a few lockups behind as well, but they all are able to get through, luckily, this first turn. A few cars having to scamper off wide, one including Tim Traminate, and we also, of course, had Gerard G, who went slightly wide, and now we ride on board with Teofil Null. Got a good start.
Yeah, and this was what I was mentioning as well, side by side. Tifo now got a great start, but then watch Ugo Gachuru following a parallel line to his teammate, just sends it down the inside line, super late on the brakes. He was absolutely flying to that first corner, but then Tifo now is just going to make a slight bit of contact, and you can just see on the exterior car going off the circuit, and then he's going to try and get the inside line on the inside of Gusti as well. This is Solov, who's down in, well, up to 19th actually, so we're looking ahead to Lawrence Van Hopen, who's on the inside, yeah, and Van Hopen makes contact, and he's also hit the road in on the side there as well.
Yeah, that's Dominguez colliding with Van Hopen. Those are the 2 cars that go off in dramatic fashion with front wing damage there, as well. Dominguez able to continue.
Sorry, there's just a little spider.
Oh, lovely. Spiders. Oh, God. I'm just happy right now that I've not got it. That are at least visible at the moment. Right, let's look to GST. This is where the contact will originally happen. So he's going to make contact, and he's already got damage. He's already got suspension damage, because he makes contact, and Ugo Gachuku gets sent wide, and then straight into the wall. Passenger, as soon as that suspension did get damaged there on the left tyre.
That's why the safety car came out as well, because like Race Control have the onboards. Oh, GST knows how much that fourth starting position was going to be good for him, and he just dropped down the order quicker than a stone. Into the pit lane has come Dominguez once again. He's having to change one tyre to a similar set. Van Hopen and Dominguez has been noted as well by Race Control. The safety car is out then. It's lap 3 of 19. We've completed 2 of those scheduled laps as the Mercedes-Benz safety car comes through. I've actually done a lap in the safety car. The lap, you know when we do the lap with the calendar on the Formula 1 intro? That's actually the safety car. I decided to drive the safety car because one thing that I was speaking to a couple of months ago as well, Bruno, who was the Formula 3 safety car driver, he did the medical car here a couple of years ago. And he said about how much this circuit, you really enjoy it more in a GT car because you throw the car around a lot. So I thought, okay, I've got the F1 game, I've got the safety car. Let's play it and see what it's like.
Yeah.
And he's right, it's fantastic fun.
Yeah, the Super Cup drivers will be having a lot of fun then this weekend. 100% around this place. Safety car's ending, by the way. Bert Marlander, of course, also a winner here in the Porsche Super Cup in previous years. Right now, though, he's just leading the field to the final corner. We're about to get back going within the Pruvizak. Let's see whether he's going to have to defend as much as he had to do on the opening lap.
Don't forget DRS to be activated next time by, so this is going to be a big run for the drivers to try and get a gap on this opening restarted lap as they exit turn 14, put the pedal down loud, and we are racing once more here at Budapest. And look at the turn you were mentioning on the start, because Interpruvazak's having to really try and break it. He's moving once, he's moving twice, not allowed to do that. Down the start finish straight, you'll get a little bit of a warning from that from Race Control as Ugo Gachuru sends out the inside of Charlie Verts. Meantime, back on the inside line, Murray Boyer trying to have a go at TFL Nurl as well. If he made that move stick, can't quite tell the angle. As, yeah, I think he did. Brandon Bedoya is now under attack from his own teammate. Still not going to be on the inside. Boyer's trying to get through on TFL now. The outside cut back into turn 3 and run up the hill into turn 4. Not going to work out there. But usually sunny for this time of morning, actually, as well here in Budapest. Just looking towards turn number 4. It looks like it's later on in the day than it actually is. Never seen that before here at the Hungaroring. But everyone's keeping a couple of positions. There's a few drivers going right. The two Rodins doing for it. And there's on the inside line. Now, as we see Bedoya trying to get ahead as well of James Wharton, and Wharton in turn trying to get ahead of Headley, but Headley's blocked him off, and that's backing everybody up in the midfield.
Yeah, once again, Interpruvazak, he's just having no pace. I don't know how Headley's able to follow so closely in this middle sector. He's pushing him through. Surely when we get down the straight, it will be an easy move. And that is why everyone is so clustered up. Because Interpruvazak's backing absolutely everyone up at this stage. Headley's trying to get on with it. But in this middle sector, it is really, really tricky to try and overtake. So it's single file for most of the field. And then you can try something brave, possibly into turn number 13. Then you arrive to turn 14. And then it's all about the drag and the slipstream down towards the first corner. Let's see whether Headley can try get himself in a position to make some overtakes. What about Ugo Gachuru trying to get ahead of his teammate?
DRS still not activated, even though it should have been this time by. So the run down towards turn 2 might be the activation point as well that we're looking for as they all enter the braking zone for turn 1. And you're going to think about a move on the inside. Ugo Gachuru, by the way, has been noted as there's the DRS enabled at the inside though as well. The Prema trying to throw it through Nolion or Brad Benedimez, and going out wide is Martin Estenshaw at turn number 1, going over the cross. He's trying to go through on the inside line as well of Tim Chamonix. He's not going to make the way through there, but the Prime of Nolion has made the move on the inside now. He gets ahead of Brad Benedimez. Santiago Ramos now feeling a bit of pressure.
Yes, indeed. Right. Okay, let's throw it back. This is Niall with Boyer in behind. Leon was attempting something magical as well further back. This was into the braking zone. We're going to see Gerard G round the outside. Leon diving it up the inside. They will get through the chicane, but Leon is going to be off wide and just about continuing there.
Did he hit our camera? That's what I want to know. Coming towards it. Yeah. Bye-bye, camera. Oh. They're so expensive. They're 3,000 quid a pop. So that's why No Leon has dropped down into 13th position after running in 10th, where Tuka Tappan has now taken over his position as well. And this was Tim Tramnitz down towards the first corner. Stencher on the outside line. Did Tramnitz open up the wheel? No, actually, I don't think Tramnitz didn't do a thing wrong there. That's just Stencher having to avoid it of his own accord. Tramnitz did not turn his wheel at all. Now the DRS active Omi down towards turn 1, and Headley's got to clear Tenasipol ASAP. As now, look, Wharton under pressure now as Ukachiwa, but Ukachiwa's past Badoa, by the way.
Yeah, so that's a switch that is coming between the Premiers. Luckily, they were able to get through, and there wasn't any contact as they were all fighting and going on the attack as well. Let's see whether they'll all be able to make their way through turn 2 this time around. There's a bit of defending going on as well. Brad Benavides trying his best to try and stay ahead, and it's going to be really, really close as they now make their way down towards turn 4.
Ukachiwa still holding through on the inside line, trying to find the traction as well to attack Wharton up towards turn 4, not working out the way he wanted it to, but he has got the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:38.942. He is 0.3 of a second faster at the moment, all by the race leader. And side by side on the inside as well, that was Rafael Kamara trying to make a couple of positions as well, does not make out as well. He can't get ahead of Brad Benedibes, and now Noel Leon's going to set it on the inside line of the championship leader as well. So Kamara really struggling out there. This is what happens. It's like watching an IndyCar race only on an oval. You get overtaken, you're going to drop through the pack because you're losing the aero speed. And Noel Leon was going for a move on the inside line, turn 12, as we see how the two Premers swap sides. Azukachu on the inside line of Badoa at turn 13. But what I want to, did Noel Leon get ahead of Rafael Kamara, who's currently in 11th position? Wing damage.
Yeah, they're fighting for it in the background. Leon was able to get through on Kamara, but it was definitely very tight between them. Stenshorn and Stormstead has been noted for lap number 1, turn 9 collision. They're battling for P3 though.
Ukachiwa around the outside, but Water's going to come in late on the brakes, going to go in too deep. Ukachiwa gets the cut back on the inside line with the second phase of the DRS, breezes through. So watch out, Ukachiwa to take victory alongside as well. Let's have a look at Kamara.
Okay, mate, I'm gonna report. You can't chicane, correct? Yeah.
Well, he can't be talking about. He can't be talking about Noel Leon there because Noel Leon passed him on the inside line down at turn 12.
I guess we'll have to see in a moment. That's why we'll need a replay. Okay, here we go. Let's get the replay. This is Kamara actually. He's battling with Brad Benavides at the moment. Is he on about Brad Benavides then?
Yeah. No, I don't think he does, Omi, because Kamara forced him off the track.
Yeah, so that's what happened there. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that one then. Yeah, Kamara not happy, but he's lost the position now also to Leon, so we're getting more and more cars anyway between themselves and Brad Benavides. Still 0.5 of a second out in front, and Interpruvzak, after winning earlier this year in Silverstone, knows exactly what he's doing, and he wants to try and take victory once again, but it's Headley and Ugo Gachuka trying to contend as we kick up the gravel on the exit.
Brand new gravel as up the inside, Noel Leon finally this time does get ahead of Brad Benavides. Yeah, new gravel strip at the exit of turn 12 this weekend as well, so it's going to bring up something in F1 qualifying later on when the drivers are pushing to the max, and off wide goes Brad Benavides. That's going to give the advantage now to Santiago Ramos, who goes on the inside down towards turn 1. The wheel to wheel almost touching in towards the braking zone. Ramos has the DRS and should be able to sneak through on the inside line. Benavides is going to try and get the cutback. Now they'll both have DRS on the attack down towards turn number 2, but Ramos has the exit speed to carry with him. But Benavides does the undercut, sends it on the inside line at turn number 3. It'll be the outside as well. He's going to have to fight back too. Fantastic little battle between them both.
Wow, how did they not make contact there as they were battling into turn 2? That was really tight stuff we mentioned about drivers switching late this weekend so far, and that was a perfect example as Lacorte's in the pit lane.
Well, that's probably for the best. Sounds like he's got us. Oh, is it? Oh, well, you can't go out with a taped up suspension. No matter if it's Gorilla Tape to Gorilla Glue, that is going to snap the second you turn the wheel. No power steering on a Formula 3 car, remember? So it'll just break. I'd say if that was power steering, it might work. But no. The amount of force you throw into the front suspension here, especially in Hungary, it'll break under braking. Who thought that was a good idea? Oh, our suspension totaling's broken. Just get me the black tape. That'll do. It's electrical tape, by the way, black tape, for those of you who don't know. So that is going to be as much use as... I can't say that on there. Down on the inside line, Headley trying desperately to get ahead of Tanaspol and Pruvazak.
Yeah, as they battle for the lead. It's for the lead of this F3 sprint. It's going to be really interesting to see how this one's going to play out.
Oh, that's going to be tight.
Oh, Brando Badoa.
Badoa getting forced out wide. He's just like his father. He won't give up in situations like that. This is fabulous. Fabulous racing this morning. It's putting a smile on my face, that's for sure. JT has started. Okay. Tom's going to be joining us shortly as well, here in the comments box. And Tom has joined. Hello, Tom.
Hello, folks. How are we?
Very good. It's enjoying this one. I'll get you on camera as well. I do not blame you one bit, mate, because it's been a weird morning. Everyone's been feeling a bit.
No, that was a little bit inadvert, if that's the right term to use. But we've seen Noel Leon, who is currently running in 11th position behind Tuka Tappan, 1 position away from a championship point scoring position.
So I expect these two guys to fall off the cliff later in the race.
Well, I was just making that point.
If they continue pushing like this, Omi, then the cliff is going to heat because they have not stopped Headley and International throughout the entire race, as now he's going to go for it on the inside line. International defends, and if Banuka Churu's got that warning under him, as Noel Leon does the undercut on Tappan on the inside line towards turn 1. Come on, off board. Yep, and round the outside, and Churu's going for it. Headley shuts the door. They're going to go 3 wide. It's going to be Mansell in a second type of manoeuvre. Fabulous racing this morning.
The Premers have gone back to how they used to be with how much they are, how much pace they have. This is unbelievable. The Premers have come alive, and all 3 drivers. You have Badoa going for it on Wharton. You have Ugo Gachuka trying to attack Headley, and Leon ahead of Tappanen now, and now he's going to go after G. So the Premers absolutely on it today.
No livery. That's the way to go. Noel Leon just got the old one, so that's fine. He's got the normal bog standard Premer that they've had years to identify with and know what it is. Here's the manoeuvre on Noel Leon then, and Tom, it was such a ballsy move from Leon. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was almost Daniel Ricciardo-esque, wasn't it? Leon up the inside of Tuka Tappan into turn number 1, and the Premers, as you say, absolutely flying in this one. Ugochukwu up 3 places from his starting place, but Badoa is in the same positions where he was before, and Noel Leon is up a few positions from his starting spot. So cracking race for Prema for once, something which we haven't seen a lot this season. But it does look good for Tadej Pogačar up front, who's looking good for his second Formula 3 win. Now, he finished second in the sprint race in F3 at this track last year. And James Headley, what a performance he has done also, keeping his car within the fray for a second place finish. Now, AIX have already picked up a second place finish with Freddie Sater at the Bahrain sprint race.
Oh, the
in
inside!
April.
Now that is one of the tridents going on. That's Kamara making a move on Tappanen, and now coming back through on the inside. That's Santiago Ramos trying to have a look. We keep darting backwards and forwards. It's hard to tell who's who, but that was Kamara breaking through into 11th place.
Yeah, Leon also got past and moved up to 9th. He got past G as well.
Oh.
So that's 2 positions that have switched. Watch Ugo Gachuka, the momentum he's got up against Headley.
Come on, come on, come on. We'll see if the TV director's asleep. He's got him round the outside at 5. Fabulous move. He's going to try and do it. He's done it. Fabulous move from Ugo Gachuka round the outside, the top of the hill. He's taken second place. I want to see that again on a replay ASAP. I don't know where the TV director is this morning, but he's not in Budapest. He must be watching the cricket. This is amazing Formula 3. Here it is again. Now this is Rafael Camaro. We're getting the slipstream down towards turn 1.
Yep, getting closer to the ART, and then it's going to be dive bomb late on the brakes, sends it up the inside, arrives on the apex, and forces his rival to yield at the same time. We had Leon sending it up the inside of G as well, but Kamara was like, I'm coming down the inside, and I'm taking this position no matter what as well. But that move, we need to see it. We need to see it. We're looking further back as well, and we're looking at the AIX going off the road, but wow, that is Brad Benavidez who went off, but we need to see it. We need to see that overtake ASAP.
I hope we had it. But Tom, is the dive bomb down to turn 1 akin to this new tarmac they've got in this area? They're so much more confident that they've got the grip underneath them to stop. And here we go again on the inside line.
Kamara on the inside of Shay this time.
And look, they're just so confident that the car's going to stop this late in the race.
Absolutely safe now. I mean, we didn't see a lot of overtaking in this F3 sprint race last year, in all honesty. But it feels to me like the new tarmac has helped them gain a little bit more traction off the exit of turn 14. And that has seen them complete the overtakes really down into turn 1 or into turn 2. Team radio?
Yep, so we're much faster. Plenty of time to catch the leader. Let's keep going.
Red team has been given a black and white flag for track limits warning, but yeah, this is a commentator's worst nightmare. Tanaspol to prove attack and Ugo Kachuru are 1 and 2 in the race, battling for the lead. This could get quite exciting.
I know, right? Could get really a lot of fun between these two drivers, separated by 1.1 second. That could be about to deliver a bit of a showdown finish for us. Charlie Wirtz is looking quite quick as he closes in on Brando Badoa. They're separated by only 0.2 of a second. Brando starting to fall away from Wharton, so that's an interesting battle to keep an eye on. And then you've got Leon in there as well. Further back, he's a 9 chasing Foyer. So the Praetors could be going on the charge once again and continuing their overtaking. Let's see how this one's going to go. Solov's made a move and got up to 18th place. That is a nice tidy pass on the Mercedes Junior. Stromstead is going to lose the position, and Solov moves up, and now it's going to be Louis Sharp who will be the next one to try and attack Stromstead.
The British, this is a replay again of Solov down towards the braking zone. What's he done now? Got ahead of another, do it on the inside line. That's going to be close to contact. Go on,
Wow.
Solov. He's got him. Find out who that was. Stromstead.
Yeah.
Now Sharp having to go around the outside, cuts back to the inside of Stromstead down to turn 2 as you now see further back Bruno Delpino trying to get through on Callum Vosin and almost making a bit of contact there as well. For those of you who have been waiting for it to return, the British Touring Car Championship has started and the session is go. So JT is just introducing you to the live timings now, and we will be underway for that session as well in a few moments' time. Well, at least I hope it is, because right now we're just on the orbit screen. Yeah, there we go. So you are go for the touring cars. It's going to be a good one, I reckon, as well, coming into this.
Yeah, definitely be a lot of fun. The British touring cars as Brad Benavidez loses a couple of positions, loses more. Could be a transponder. We'll bring you up to date with that one in a few seconds. It looks like he's just dropping down a little bit by bit. So looks like he is actually having some issues on the circuit. Meanwhile, Wharton is on the back of Headley. Wharton is off though. He's going to be wide and he will rejoin the circuit. Meanwhile, it's 0.5 of a second between our top two. Ugo Gachuku cannot make the move, but then Wharton running slightly deep has meant that he cannot attack James Headley down towards 1 now.
Still going to be in the pressure. Come on, Ugo. Where have you got to go? Where can you find that traction? This is going to be a lot of fun on the inside. Still in the battle zone to try and keep it. So,
5-second penalty. That's for Stencher. We're leaving the track and gaining an advantage as Brad Benavidez is retiring the car. We saw him dropping down. And yeah, he's now starting to drop down massively. Here's Ugo Gachuku though for the race lead.
Trying to go through the braking zone while we have this second. I'll just remind you that the British Touring Car Championship is go for the first practice session. JT has led you into that coverage, and that's going to be after this session as well throughout the days if you want to tune in to the practice and qualifying sessions and a couple of the races that you can't see on ITV. That's the place to go. Right, are we going to see Ugo Gachuru get through onto Naspol to Privazak with so much more pace on what will be coming up to lap 15 of 19? I've got a feeling it'll be down in towards turn 1, Tom. He's just got so much more traction.
He has. It looks like the Pubsec has gone through his tyres already, whereas Ugachuka's done well to maintain his. A little lock up into turn 13, which won't help Ugachuka one bit there, but he has been able to stay within that DRS range. Even Dominguez with the new fast up of the race is down at the back anyway, is the Portuguese, but is Ugachuka within range to really go for it into turn 1 here. He's got the DRS open. He may do a late dive bomb here if he's feeling lucky. He's not going for it this time around. He takes a slider, a slightly wider line into 3 wide.
That's going to be very close on the inside line. That's Kamara going through side by side as well. No, it's not. That's not Kamara. That's him back on. That's Charlie Verts, Brandon Badoa as well in the battle with Teofil Null. And on the inside line as well coming in.
Headley.
Down in 3rd position. So they've all congested up. James Headley shot 5 seconds back to the leaders. And now we've got Headley, Verts, Wharton, Badoa, Boyer, and Teofil now. Oh, and then it's going to be not good. Oh, that's going to be even worse. That's going to be close to contact, and it is contact. Oh, this is not going to be nice. Everyone avoid them. No, no. Yes, okay. So we had contact. Noel Leon's great race comes to an end with side pod damage, and we all just winced a bit because he was going straight up into the path at turn number 4. And this is going to deploy the safety car, and that is disastrous news for Ugo Gachuru, who was right on the back of Tenaspo and Privazag. But now we hope that we can get this race finished under green flag conditions. 16, 17, 18, 19, 4 laps. Need 3 to clear it. That's going to be possible, but this is not going to be good. What a restart we've got coming up, and I really hope. Shame for Nolly on there.
Yeah, hopefully they can just quickly repair this, or recover it rather, and we can get to this back going to give Ugo a fair chance for the win, to give Charlie Worth a chance to get 3rd, and everyone else that's coming in behind. But yeah, this is what happened down at turn number 4. They were battling their way through. It was Niall with Leon. They both went miles off and then clattered.
Hey, what the f*** is this guy doing?
I must point out that Nolion didn't hook him, rear hook him. He had no suspension. It goes there. Suspension is broken. He had no... Oh, did he actually? Solov. Has he got off as well at the chicane? No, he's got a car off in front of him kicking up some dust.
Is that Niall? Oh no, it's one of the AIXs that run wide. It must have been Benavides.
He was coming to the pit, yeah. We saw him out of the race. I wonder if he's broken... Yeah, broken rear suspension. Oh, that's unusual. He's broken the rear suspension over the exit of the sausage curve. Well, the Hungaroring is a brutal circuit. Oh. Yeah, rear turning just shaping upwards as well is not the place to be. Come on! Get out of the car and marshals, get on with it. What are you doing out here? Don't just stand there. If this was NASCAR, we'd have every... Oh dear. This is... Come on, get the truck out. Here comes the senior marshal to assess the situation. Get it out. If this was NASCAR, it'd be clear by now. This is ridiculous. There comes the tractor now. Why is it so far away and on the inside? There's a massive runoff area there where you can come through and get out of the way. Why does it have to come across the track area? Really annoys me sometimes how Formula 1 events are planned. They look... Tom, I know me actually, because you've come to them now this year. Compared to the Americans, we as Europeans, we are completely underprepared for this.
Oh, the AMR safety crew, my word. Best in the world. Yeah, compared to that, and then coming to this, it can be a bit like, what is going on? I mean, even like the Italian F4 events and all of that stuff. I feel like they're so quick, and everything just happens so much quicker, but I just feel like Formula 1 events, everything's slow, and we're begging to get going back in the race, and sometimes we don't get that fact coming our way.
I haven't seen those for a while. The light panels have the facing camera stats back again. We haven't seen those for a while. So if you're looking on a camera point of view, you can tell it's safety car. Of course, our light panel is in effect for Formula 1. We found its new permanent home earlier on today as well, when we set up the computer graphics. So it's now lap 17. Safety car must come in at the end of lap 18 in order to have running. We're not going to get restarted, are we? That's so unfair.
Yeah, and it would be a huge shame as well for the drivers to not get one final go at it, but sometimes that is just the way. Yeah, sometimes unfortunately that is just the case. But let's hope we can still recover it. We might just be able to. Let's hope they're doing something by the time we get down this time around. But yeah, needs to be quick from now.
Black and white flag for water for track limits. Okay. Problem is, it took a lap for the tractor to get out there. No. This, and why not just put it behind the other barrier? You've got a safety cut off there. They are dragging it back across the exit towards the top of turn 4. We're at turn 5, and they're dragging it all the way back. That's good. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely stupid. Why not take it across the track? Because there's an exit just at the bottom there. That would be quicker. Why reverse it back to where it needs to be? This is ridiculous. This is poor planning. The FIA is in a total mess. The clerk of the course is in a total mess. I'm running out of patience with the way race control are dealing with races these days. I really am. Essential channel instance has been noted for forcing another driver to the track. Oh, that's good. Actually, I just heard it won't be DRS. It'll just be if we do get one more lap, it won't be any DRS.
Yeah.
So Ukachu's going to have to do this on tyre pace if he's got it. This is ridiculous. That clerk of the course just throwing debris onto the what? What? He had hold of a piece of front wing. He just chucked it towards the tyre barrier. What are you doing? I don't believe what I've just seen. Oh yeah, that's fine. Just chuck it away. The safety car must come in this lap. Has to. I would have put the virtual safety car up personally. They were all backed up anyway. We had room to do it. That way we could have got an end to the racing. Hello, Omi, Tom and Josh. Hello, Omi, Tom and Josh, says Plug and Travis. That's awful, says Travis. Yeah, it is. I'm really angry right now. Where is the tractor then? Well, it's not in vision. Let's have a listen to a Kachu.
It's all to play for. And then you have the whole of the lap to get him. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Where is it? Are we good to get going?
Ending.
Yes!
Ending.
Yes! We will get that last lap. I mean,
yeah.
They were at a marshal entry point, Omi, and they took it back to the previous marshal post, 360 metres behind.
Yeah. Well, whatever happens from here, we race till the end. Because everything will be behind the drivers. If there is any crashes or chaos, we will just continue racing because everyone will be past it already. So, yeah, whatever happens from now, we are going right to the checkered flag from the moment we come out of the final corner and head to green.
That's the only good thing to happen, actually. Safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. The lights are off on the pace car, and we will get going. Look at the tyres on everybody. To be fair, James Headley might be back in this if he has had to lift off to save his tyres. Come on, when does into Privazak put the pedal down? Ugachu is going to be right with him now, and he's gone with him! Into Privazak thought he was clever. Ugachu is right there with him. Into the last corner we come. And the restart is on. Can Ugachu get the run in towards the first corner? He's gone a little bit wide. Into Privazak goes towards the pit wall. It's going to be a toe down towards the first corner. Verts is going to have a go at Headley as well. This is all eyes to the lead of the race. As now Headley's going for it. Ugachu locks up big time. Verts takes third position away. And Ugachu has gone off the track. Pressure's got to him. Into Privazak now leads by 0.5 of a second. I think that's it, Omi. And he's locking up again. Got a flat spot.
Yeah, He went all in, but it won't be possible, unfortunately for him, unless there's anything now from him to prove his act like a mistake. Headley has lost the podium spot, and he's under threat now from Wharton, who's trying to go through as well.
He's defending the inside line nicely, Tom, but that's such a shame for Linktree. If he had the whole distance, he would have got him.
Yeah, and that's a shame because it looks like he was going to get a good run out of the last corner until he ran too far wide on the curves on the exit. But now we can see one of the, looks like Kamara's through on their Boyer as they make contact.
Fabulous! Fabulous move from Maui Boyer round the outside of the 6-7 chicane. He's jumped Rafael Kamara, and that is critical. Kamara now only gets 1 point in this race, and Teofil now is right behind him as they come through as well, down towards turn number 12. It is going to be a second victory in Formula 3 for Tanasapol into Primozac, who's held off Ugo Gachuru. Vert will take third. Another lock-up on the inside line towards turn 13. It's out of 14. What a sensational defence on that last lap. Tanasapol into Primozac wins here in Hungary. The second last year comes first today. Ugachuru is second, Vert's third, Headley fourth, Wharton ahead of Badoa, Boyer and Kamara in 8th position. The championship has the opportunity to be wrapped up tomorrow, but he had only 1 point. He starts on pole for tomorrow's feature. It's all eyes on Kamara for the feature championship chance. But in the sprint, Tanasapol into Primozac wins an awesome defence. What a race, Omi.
Wow. What a contest indeed, and a deserving winner for the second time in Formula 3 into Primozac. Prema, while it's not the win, they can still be happy with that one because they were in contention. Of course, it was unfortunate what happened to Leon, but they've got Ugo Gachuku second. They've got Brando Badoa getting a 6th place as well. What a race for Prema Racing still.
And Tom, that is going to be the precipice for tomorrow because they're going to be on the mediums again. And if it is a dry race, boy oh boy, we're going to have fun.
Yeah, we are. And just to correct you, Kamara picks up 3 championship points, not 1, from that one because it's top 10 that score points in Formula 3 in the sprint race. It's just a reduced one to what we get in the feature. But yes, Kamara has a golden opportunity to wrap up the title tomorrow. When you consider Tim Chumnitz and Nicholas Solov down the order, I think if Kamara wins the race, it's done and dusted.
Congratulations, mate. Really well managed. Good race, guys. It was a tough one, but we managed pretty well. Thank you very much.
Let's head down to Wolfie.
That was really well driven for Primozac. Dealt with the pressure very well from a hard-charging Ugo Chiku. Is growing with confidence all the time. And 3 drivers on the podium there, Piers, who we see this in Formula 3 in the second half of the season. Their pace, their confidence is just growing, and we're seeing them on the podium more frequently now.
Yeah, Primozac managed that race perfectly. He defended when he needed to, pushed on when he needed to, just about held enough tyre life to the end.
Yes, Charlie, yes. Bravo. Strong drive, my friend. Bravo. Come on, bravo. Let's go. That was nice. Nice one, guys. Come on, that was beautiful.
7th to 3rd, and you know that podium at Spa, I think, was the cause of that move on the final lap.
Yeah, I think so. It was a good move.
Okay, mate, mega drop. You're the only one that came through. Come on. It's good enough. I know he's right there, but it's good enough.
Yeah, good job, guys.
And I think the same can be said for Ugo. You know, the podiums he's got at Austria, and last time out, that's why we're seeing him be the Macau Grand Prix winner he is.
Yeah, arguably for me, the driver of the race from Ugo Chiku, because he made all the moves the hard way, effectively. Yeah. He was making the moves when everyone's tyres are still good.
Yeah, it was a good race. Good for the championship. Bravo, Rafa, bella gara. Bravo.
And it could be a day of celebration tomorrow now. And you know what? He surprised me there in the fact that he was so brave to come through. I mean, that move on Tappanen, that was a move of a champion.
It was a move of a champion, but also, again, impressed by his seeming experience, even though he's a rookie to this championship, Kamara. He just, every sprint race, every feature race, and when he starts in the mid-pack, he just seems to not do a huge amount for the first half of the race. And then by the end, he's there or thereabouts, he's made moves. So, brilliant driving from our championship leader. We've got a proper look at a championship tomorrow, but we'll ignore that for now as we look at these drivers who have earned their podium in this sprint race. Brilliant drive from Intrapuvazak, fighting effort from the Prema driver, number 3, McLaren-backed Ugochukwu in second place, and then Wirtz picking off Headley, who just missed out on his podium. Would have been great to see James Headley on a podium after the work he's put in this year, but still a valiant effort. But take nothing away from Charlie Wirtz. He drove well at the end of the race, saving those tyres as well.
To Sanopol, Intrapuvazak taking his second win of the Formula 3 season. Had to hold off a lot of pressure there towards the end, but he did it absolutely beautifully. And he's played a big part there for Campos Racing in terms of the team's championship as well. They're in a real fight to try and win that for the first time this season. And Intrapuvazak very much helping them get some points now, and he'll be very proud of that. Ugochukwu should be very proud of his efforts. Made some great moves in that race. His day on the top step is not far away at all, and the same can be said for Charlie Wirtz, who has come back so well since that incident he had in front of his home crowd at Austria, which denied him of his first podium. Mentally, he's reset so well, and now we've seen him on the podium twice, and his father there will be so proud of what he's seen from Charlie.
Charlie's really had a good second half of the year, just kicked on, I think. He's showing his experience, he's learning with every race. I think he's learning from his teammates as well. That race was a bit like a Kamara race. Not doing a huge amount the first half and then just picking people off towards the end as they've burnt through their tyres. Clearly that Trident car looks after its tyres well, but you know, you have to still drive a good race to get that podium. And Intrapuvazak very happy. He's having a strong second half of the year as well.
He is, and Intrapuvazak could go into the summer break after tomorrow, of course, with a couple of wins under his belt at least. And we've still got another race to come tomorrow. The fans came in force. Well, they were treated to a good one there. That was very good.
That was. I was worried that we weren't going to get a huge amount of overtaking, but FIA F3 always delivers. Intrapuvazak didn't actually have to do a huge amount of defend a few times, but it was the drivers all down second backwards that were providing the entertainment.
Yeah. Who said you couldn't overtake a Hungary? It was an intense race from start to finish. Formula 3, wherever we go, always provides the entertainment. Intrapuvazak, that's his day, and that puts Campos Racing 8 points behind Trident in the teams.
How did you get him last lap?
Last lap, yeah. I went like on the straight, I went like this, and then he opened and I went inside of it. How was it for you? That's sure.
What happened on the first lap?
What?
The crash.
That's crap out.
Oh, it was me then.
Did you?
Yeah. Go with that.
I was trying to keep Headley in the DRS because you were going so fast.
Then you went left. But I couldn't follow that.
The other last lap. Oh, you had great.
Headley lost 4 seconds to me, I think he went.
Yeah, but in the beginning he was pushing a lot.
Yeah, I could see behind you, he was pushing like a...
Where did you start this race?
P6. I was like P8 and T1. I was like, it's not great. It's not.
The driver's getting more used to that cool down room now.
Yeah, turning into a bit of a podcast. Not quite as, you know, maybe we'll get to the podcast level that we see in Formula 1.
Yeah,
but drivers are hard, it's hard work out there. I mean, it was, 25 degrees air temperature, and these Formula 3 cars are very physical to drive. But interesting always to hear a little bit of insight from the drivers as they discuss the race amongst themselves. It was Charlie Wirtz there that was saying he could see Headley was having to push hard to stay with Intrapuvazak, so he just bided his time, waited for Headley's tyres to fall away, and picked him off on that last lap with a decisive move to turn 1. Although we mentioned it before, but it was a valiant effort from James Headley, a driver that hasn't had any point scores this year, and this is easily his best result so far, taking points. But the attention is, of course, on the podium for now, so the podium ceremony starts in just a moment.
Well, here we go. Onto the podium once again, Charlie Wirtz. What an end to the season he is having. straight back out on the podium. Back-to-back sprint race podiums for him. And Ugo, once again, back there. He is becoming very familiar now with the Formula 3 podium, fighting for the win all the way to the end. But it's the second sprint race win of the season for Tsanopol and Chapuvazak, and back-to-back podiums here at the Hungary in the sprint race. This time, though, is the top step for Tsanopol. Tsanopol in Chapuvazak. His second time on the top step of the podium. He's very familiar now with this Hungarian podium, isn't he? Loves this circuit. And on the top step this time for Campos Racing, who get ever closer to Trident in the Teams Championship. Just 8 points now between them and Trident. A very productive day for them. And that fight is set to go all the way to the final race of the season. Brembo Racing on the podium once more. Ugo Ugochukwu getting very close to winning races now. But the podium's coming at a regular pace for the American driver. And Charlie Burns got his first podium last time out, and he's straight back there again, flying with confidence. Charlie Burns closing in on his first win, no doubt. He is an informed driver right now. And there will be celebrations tomorrow. It'll be all about the championship. Here's Rafa Kamara, will take a 31-point lead into tomorrow. And just needs a 39-point lead to go into the final round to confirm himself champion.
Could be an option coming in as well for Kamara. Okay, let's get closing arguments as well. Tom, starting with you. Going into tomorrow, this is going to be a very interesting race. Look how tall Ugo is as well. It's unbelievable. It's going to be a great race tomorrow, isn't it, Tom? By the way, mute. Discord. Right, let's go back, Tom. Come.
Yeah, well, Ugo's taller than me, put it that way. But yeah, we're going to be in for a brilliant race tomorrow, and who knows what the weather can bring.
Amy?
Gonna be crazy, gonna be fun. Cannot wait for it.
Love how you both won't mute there. That's new. Here's the result set to take you through it. Tsanopol into Chapuvazak is your sprint race winner alongside Ugo Ugochukwu and Charlie Verge. James Headley finishes in 4th. Couldn't hold on for those tyres. James Wharton in 5th. Brandon Badur in 6th. Mike Boyer 7th. Rafa Kamara in 8th. Teofil Nal in 9th. And Joe Aziz finishes out inside the top 10 position as well, picking up that last points paying position. Interesting enough, that first and second both get the 10 points on the board. Chuka Tappinen takes it in 11th alongside Santiago Ramos and Tim Chamnitz. Then we get Roman Belinsky in 14th from Nicolas Solo, 15th. Gonna be sharp. Noah Strongstead, Callum Vosin, Bruno Dupino, and Lawrence Van Hopen fighting back for 20th after pitting on the opening lap of the race after wing damage. 21st goes to Christian Ho, Nicola Marangeli as well in 22nd, Marcel Estencio in 23rd, Nikita Johnson 24th. Then we get Matteo Sagazetta in 25th, Ivan Dominguez 26th. Out of the race was Noel Leon, Bernard Dimas, Nicolas Lacorte, and Alessandro Augusto as well, crashing out on the opening lap after a broken suspension. We will be back back in about an hour and 15 minutes time for all the action from the third practice session for Formula 1 here at the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend. Myself, Tom and Megan will be in the commentary box for that, as we are a bit short-staffed here this weekend. But join us for F2 later on. That gets underway as well at 1:08 British Summer Time. Race window for Tenasapol into Privazak. Cracker to go forward. We'll see you tomorrow, where Rafa Kamara might be chanced to be crowned Formula 3 champion. Bye-bye.